Hi students. So as we have started with our lesson India's rivers, in which we are going to discuss the main rivers of India's, their tributaries and distributaries, sources and features of the main rivers of India, the main uses of Indian rivers and underground rivers. Students, we have also discussed which is the longest river, right? Which is the longest river in India? Yes, the longest river of India is Ganga. And for how much long it is? It is 2510 kilometers long. Which is the second longest river? It is Godavari. So we have already discussed all these points, right? Then we have seen that there are so many rivers. Some are big, some are small. We have discussed the Indus, Ganga, Narmada, Tapi, Godavari, Krishna, Mahanadi and Brahmaputra. These are all the few rivers of India. Now, we also seen where the source of this rivers is. आप लोगों को मालूम है rivers का source क्या है? Yes, source of the river is a place from where river starts flowing. तो जहां से रिवर फ्लो करना स्टार्ट करती है उसे हम सोर्स ऑफ द रिवर कहते हैं. तो इन इंडिया मेजर टू सोर्सेस कौन से हैं जो हमने देखे थे? द हिमालयन एंड द कराकोरम माउंटेन रेंजेस जो नॉर्थ साइड में है, एंड द विंध्या एंड सतपुरा रेंजेस, छोटा नागपुर प्लेट्यू इन सेंट्रल इंडिया और सह्याद्री हिल्स इन वेस्टर्न घाट्स. सो दीज आर द टू मेजर सोर्सेस, राइट? So one is the one which are starting from the northern Indian, the rivers which start from northern Indian are called Himalayan rivers, and the rivers which are from the western Ghats or the central part of India, they are called as the peninsular rivers. So the Himalayan rivers and the peninsular rivers. Okay, so now we will see Indian rivers can also be divided according to water level. So जिसकी water level जैसी है उस हिसाब से भी rivers को divide किया जाता है. So now the Himalayan rivers have water throughout the years. Rivers that flow throughout the year are called perennial rivers. So what are perennial rivers? ऐसे rivers जहाँ पे वो पूरे साल तक rivers flow होते हैं. Water is throughout the year, right? उन्हें हम पेरिनियल रिवर्स कहते हैं. एग्जाम्पल इज गंगा, इंदस, ब्रह्मपुत्रा. सो दीज रिवर्स हैव वाटर थ्रू आउट द ईयर, राइट? नेक्स्ट वन इज नॉन पेरिनियल रिवर्स. द अदर वर्ड्स नॉन पेरिनियल रिवर्स. सो ऑब्वियसली मेनी ऑफ द पेनिनसुलर रिवर्स डू नॉट हैव अ कांस्टेंट फ्लो ऑफ वाटर, राइट? सो दे डोंट हैव कांस्टेंट फ्लो ऑफ वाटर थ्रू आउट द ईयर. सो सच रिवर्स विच डू नॉट हैव अ कांस्टेंट फ्लो throughout the year are known as non-perennial rivers. They are known as non-perennial rivers. They have a seasonal or periodic flow of water. An example is Godavari, Mahanadi and Krishna. So you have learned the two types. One is perennial rivers. Perennial means जिसका पूरे साल पानी होता है, जो rivers पूरे साल flow होती है. सेकेंड इज नॉन पेरिनियल रिवर्स, जिनमें पूरे साल पानी नहीं होता है, पीरियोडिकली पानी होता है, सीजनल पानी होता है, राइट? नाउ स्टूडेंट्स, वी आर गोइंग टू लर्न द हिमालयन रिवर्स. विच रिवर्स आर फाउंड इन हिमालयन? इंदस, गंगा, ब्रह्मपुत्रा. लेट अस रीड वन बाय वन. इंदस, इट इज वन ऑफ द लॉन्गेस्ट रिवर्स इन वर्ल्ड. 5 major tributaries meet the Indus in Punjab. Now students, you know what is tributaries. We have learned tributaries in last lesson. Understanding rivers में हमने ये word देखा था tributaries. तो tributaries are small rivers और small water bodies, small streams of rivers जो big rivers से आके मिलते हैं, right? Small rivers जो आके main river के साथ mix हो जाते हैं. So they are called as tributaries. सो इंदस रिवर के 5 मेन ट्रिब्यूटरीज है, 5 मेन ट्रिब्यूटरीज जो पंजाब में है, इसलिए पंजाब को पंजाब नाम दिया गया है. पंज यानी 5, सो पंजाब. अब मीनिंग इज रिवर, वाटर. सो पंज 5, अब वाटर, देयरफॉर पंजाब, राइट? सो दीज आर, विच आर दोस 5? जेनाब, झेलम, रवि, बीज, Satluj. Students, you have to learn these 5 main tributaries. Zenab, Jhalam, Ravi, B is Satluj. Okay. Next one is Ganga, river Ganga. As we have learned earlier that it is the longest river in India. It meets the river Yamuna at Prayagraj. Earlier it was called Allahabad. The Chambal and Betwa rivers are tributaries of Yamuna. The Son river is a tributary of the Ganga. The Hooghly river in West Bengal is a major tributary of Ganga. So the Hooghly river, river Son, Betwa rivers, these are all the tributaries of river Ganga. Next is Brahmaputra, beginning in the Tibet. So Brahmaputra starts flowing from Tibet. The Brahmaputra enters India in Arunachal Pradesh. So ये तिबेट से फ्लो होते होते इंडिया में वो अरुणाचल प्रदेश में पहुंचती है. So in Arunachal Pradesh it enters India and flows through Assam. It then meets the Ganga in Bangladesh and flows into the Bay of Bengal. So in this way rivers जो है वो फ्लो होते रहते हैं, अलग अलग स्टेट्स में हो, अलग अलग कंट्रीज में हो. Because water is flowing, we cannot stop water from flowing, right? So it keeps on flowing and then it gets distributed in different states or different countries, but at the end again वो जाके main water bodies से mix हो जाते हैं, जैसे Bay of Bengal, right? So in this way the rivers meet the big water bodies, say seas or oceans, right? Now we will see peninsular rivers. Now students, we have seen what is peninsular rivers. Rivers which have water throughout the year, right? So here they have given you the examples of Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Narmada and Tapi. So these are few rivers which have waters, right, throughout. So the major tributaries of Mahanadi are Shivnath, Jog, Hasdev. It flows through the states of Chhattisgarh, Odisha. महानदी फ्लो करती है छत्तीसगढ़ और उड़ीसा से और उनके ट्रिब्यूटरीज है शिवनाथ, जोग एंड हस्देव. नेक्स्ट इज गोदावरी. दिस इज द सेकेंड लॉन्गेस्ट रिवर इन इंडिया. सम ट्रिब्यूटरीज ऑफ द गोदावरी आर प्रणहिता एंड इंद्रावती. सो प्रणहिता, इंद्रावती ये ट्रिब्यूटरीज है. इट फ्लोज थ्रू महाराष्ट्र, मध्य प्रदेश, कर्नाटक, उड़ीसा, तेलंगाना एंड आंध्र प्रदेश. गोदावरी रिवर इंडिया में कौन से स्टेट में फ्लो होती है? महाराष्ट्र, मध्य प्रदेश, कर्नाटक, उड़ीसा, तेलंगाना एंड आंध्र प्रदेश. ओके स्टूडेंट्स. नेक्स्ट इज कृष्णा. द तुंगभद्रा इज द लार्जेस्ट ट्रिब्यूटरी ऑफ द कृष्णा रिवर. सो दिस इज द लार्जेस्ट ट्रिब्यूटरी, तुंगभद्रा. द कृष्णा फ्लोज थ्रू द स्टेट्स ऑफ महाराष्ट्र, कर्नाटक, तेलंगाना एंड Andhra Pradesh. Okay. Next is Narmada and Tapi. So these rivers flow from the east to west. So they flow from east to west. The Narmada and Tapi flow through the states of Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra and Gujarat. Okay students, if you can see they have given you one map over here which shows the rivers. So whichever are in blue color, all these blue color lines, they are all rivers which flow in the state. All the states of India which are flowing in the country India. If you can see here, can you see river Indus, right? And there are these tributaries, the small tributaries are also shown here. If you can see here, Yamuna river, it has the tributaries here, Chambai, Betwa, Narmada and Tapi, Mahanadi, right? So every river and its tributaries are shown in this map. Now we will see sources of Indian rivers. Now we have already discussed what is source. So let us see sources of Indian rivers. The sources of a river very often is in the mountains or hills. Mountain range like the Himalayas and Karakoram are very high. They have snow on their peaks. This snow melts in summer and trickles down the mountain sides in small streams. These streams flow into rivers. Such rivers are called snow-fed rivers, right? So the rivers which have snow or the snow peaks, snow mountains are called snow-fed rivers. When rivers are formed due to the melting of glaciers, they are called glacier-fed rivers. Okay, so the rivers which form because of the glacier feed, that means when this big pieces of snow, when they melt, the glacier melts, they are called as glacier fed rivers. The rivers of central and southern India are mostly rain fed. जो रिवर सेंट्रल और साउदर्न इंडिया में है वो मोस्टली रेन फीड यानी बारिश से. So the three main are snow fed, glacier fed, rain fed rivers. So these are the three main sources of rivers. These means that they receive water from the monsoon rains. Rain fed receive water from monsoon rain. Now snow or glacier fed rivers of the northern India and rain fed rivers of the central and northern India. ऐसे दो हिस्सों में उन्होंने डिवाइड किया है. So you can this can be asked as differentiation also, right? Write the difference between snow or glacier fed rivers and rain fed rivers. So snow and glaciers आपको कहाँ मिलेंगे? नॉर्दर्न इंडिया में. और रेन फीड रिवर्स आपको कहाँ मिलेंगे? सेंट्रल एंड साउदर्न इंडिया में. अगर ये स्नो एंड ग्लेशियर फीड रिवर्स है तो ऑफ कोर्स ये पेरिनियल रिवर्स हो गए, राइट? दे आर पेरिनियल रिवर्स. बट द रेन फीड विल बी सीजनल रिवर्स. रेन फीड यानी वो रेन के ऊपर डिपेंड है, तो रेन पूरी साल तो नहीं होगा. सो दीज आर सीजनल रिवर्स. यू कैन ऑल्सो कॉल दिस एट नॉन पेरिनियल रिवर्स. They lose a lot of water during summer. Flow slowly when they reach the plains. So they flow slowly when they reach the plain. Here flow faster than rivers of northern India due to rocky and uneven land. Few waterfalls. A waterfall is formed when water falls from a great height. Of course, when they start flowing from a very great height, when they start from the north sides, that means the Himalayan mountains, तो वो जब नीचे गिरेंगे तो वाटरफॉल्स फॉर्म होते हैं, राइट? बट हियर ऑल्सो many waterfalls. So here are few waterfalls, here are many waterfalls. Example, they have given you Jog Falls in Karnataka. Now some features of Indian rivers. Now we will see what are these features. In the high areas, a river flows fast. It rubs against rocks and breaks them into small pieces. It carries the small rocks and stones as well as soil down along with it. So the river जो हाई एरिया से फ्लो करती है वो अपने साथ बहुत सारे रॉक्स भी लेके आती है. तो वो एक दूसरे से जब टकराते हैं ये बिग रॉक्स स्मॉल पीसेस में कन्वर्ट हो जाते हैं और अपने साथ फिर वो ये रॉक्स और सॉइल भी लेके आती है रिवर. Second is, a river leaves small rocks and stones as well as soil at the bottom of the valleys or takes them down to the plains. So अपने साथ वो जब लेके आती है बॉटम में वो छोड़ देती है, वैलीज के बॉटम में सॉइल और रॉक्स या स्टोन्स को वो ड्रॉप कर देती है. These rivers also form basins. A river basin is, you will mark this, a river basin is a river basin is the area which gets water and slid from the main river and its tributaries. This is how the Ganga makes the plains very fertile for cultivation. So what is a river basin? A river basin is the area which gets water and slid from the main river and its tributaries. Now the rain-fed eastern peninsular rivers such as Mahanadi, Krishna and Godavari flow towards the east like the Ganga. They deposit silt in the middle and low areas. Deltas form at their mouth. These rivers flow into the Bay of Bengal. So the rain-fed rivers जो है वो eastern peninsular rivers भी कहा जाता है, जो है महानदी, कृष्णा, गोदावरी. And वो east and they flow towards the east like Ganga. They deposit slid in the middle and low areas and deltas कहाँ पे form होते हैं? At their mouths. So these rivers flow into the Bay of Bengal. Next is some of the main rain-fed peninsular rivers are Narmada, Periyar, Tapi, right? They flow towards the west. They flow faster than the northern rivers and do not deposit as much silt in their middle and low areas. They do not form deltas. These rivers flow into the Arabian Sea. Where they meet in the Arabian Sea. Now here they have given some important uses of rivers. Now you know we have also studied in understanding rivers also. What are the uses? Yes, it is used in agriculture, electricity, religion, fishing, transportation, recreation. So in agriculture, rivers carry soil rich in nutrients. Silt that is carried by the Ganga, Yamuna, Godavari and so on is useful for agriculture. The large basins and deltas of the rivers provide a lot of fertile land for farming. River water is diverted through canals to areas where there is no water. So as we have learned in the last lecture, in the last lesson, that how rivers are very important for agriculture. Agriculture के लिए rivers बहुत important होते हैं. Rivers अपने साथ जो soil या rocks लेके आते हैं वो बहुत ज़्यादा fertile होते हैं और वो खेती करने के लिए, agriculture करने के लिए बहुत rich होते हैं, बहुत अच्छे होते हैं, right? So mostly agriculture is done using the river waters, right? Next is electricity. The Sardar Sarovar Dam on the Narmada River is an example of a dam built to generate hydroelectricity. So even rivers are used to create or generate electricity. Next is religion purpose. Students, mainly in India, many rivers in India are considered as sacred. Many religious events are performed on the banks of these rivers. So हमारे में भी what we all do, Many religious activities, कोई पूजा करता है, हवन करता है या कुछ चीज़ें हमें नदी के किनारे जाके हम बैठते हैं और वो पूजा करते हैं या पानी में बहुत सारी चीज़ें हम छोड़ते हैं, religious things, right? So in these activities also rivers are used. The next is fishing. So fishing is done in the Hooghly River in the West Bengal. Similarly, many other Indian rivers are the source of fish for Indians. It is used for transportation. Some waterways are used for transportation. Example, the Ganga, Bhagirathi, Hooghly rivers flows from Uttar Pradesh to West Bengal, the Brahmaputra river in Assam. Recreation activities. Rishikesh on the banks of Ganga is famous spot for river rafting. So we have learned what is recreation in the last chapter. How different water activities are done. River rafting, swimming or any other activities, boating, which are done in rivers or in waters are called recreation activities. So it is done on the banks of river Ganga in Rishikesh. Okay, students. So this was the lesson where we studied about Indian rivers. So you will also complete all the question answers which I have shared already. Okay. Thank you.